and yet another fixture is set to be played behind closed doors. Good night. Hi, Joe here, and this is a public health announcement. Football is a working man's sport, played by beautiful young men for the love of the game, not the love of money, cars and ladies. But there's something threatening to ruin this game, something that doesn't care about love, or money, or even ladies. COVID-19, street name, coronavirus. Viruses don't have friends or homes or WhatsApp. All viruses have is a vision of dominance and destruction that threatens to end the beautiful game as we know it. But what do you do if you encounter coronavirus? Well, you do the only thing you can do. You buy shitloads of toilet tissue from Tesco Express and hunker down in the safety of your own home. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Joe, but my Tesco Expresses ran clean out of bog roll, and I'm going to mess me living quarters. Well, that's why I'm here, to bring you a few alternatives to toilet roll that can get you through those tricky poop moments associated with a 14-day self-quarantine. Come with me. Here we are in the epicentre of any good quarantine, the toilet. And there's no toilet roll. So first up, we've got the That's Handy microfiber mitt. Simply slip the mitt over the wrist, apply self-relief in the most hands-on way possible. Very good option. Next up then, this one's for the entertainer out there. In a lack of toilet roll situation, what better than the feather duster? Usually seen adorning the shoulders of an exotic dancer, but not today. This can be used as a sort of floss type technique. Of course, the duster will be essentially ruined afterwards. Simply roll it into a ball, put it in a condom and flush it down the toilet. Very easy disposal with this as well. Although some of the fibres do tend to dance around the air in front of you, and if they are laden with waste, that may cause further infection, so do be careful with the duster. Next up then, and this one is for the artists out there. This is the Unicorn colouring book. Simply select a page of your choice. This one you can see here is two unicorns frolicking in a candyland. Simply select the areas of which you wish to paint, tear off the page. You see what I'm getting at here. And next up then is the anarchist's option. This is for the sort of person that says, you think this virus is dirty now? Wait till I get my hands on it. The air duster. Simply remove the lid, place the nozzle around 1 inch away from the epicentre of the flu, spray. Ensure your walls may be painted with a little detritus, but you will have showed the virus who's boss once again. That is the air duster method. And finally then, for when all other options are exhausted and you simply can't go anymore, option 0, the cork. Simply absorb the cork into the offending area and ride out the virus toilet free. The only problem is you can swallow it like a big balloon, but in that instance, you simply do a headstand and just gently lift the cork out and place it back in once any excess air has been expunged. Basically like bleeding a human radiator. And that is the end of this public service announcement, making sure you won't get caught short in a toilet roll free environment. On with the show. Hello and welcome to Late Night Live. We are here tonight on a Wednesday, very special Wednesday due to social commitments on Friday. It's got to be a Wednesday this week, but I've got a Liverpool game on there. They need a goal, but they do have 25 minutes to get it, so you can watch that. I'll be keeping you abreast of the score there. It's hard to concentrate when that's on, isn't it? But that was your coronavirus guide to dummies guide when you run out of toilet roll, because people are going crazy out there. You try and buy toilet roll, empty shelves. Empty shelves. We're tonight going to be talking about Paul Pogba, about the potential for him to be staying at Manchester United. After everything that's happened, after everything his agent has said, we're going to be looking at that. We've got a few fun stories as well. But tonight, sponsor is, of course, Lager. There we go. As always, bit of a different one tonight. Very enjoyable nonetheless. Very good. Let me know what you're drinking at home. Oh dear, the Liverpool game's on, innit? Atletico have scored, Liverpool need one more. Oh my god. I'll keep you abreast, don't worry about that. What are we on today? Still 2-1. Still 2-1. I can't even look at that. Absolutely unbelievable. Oh, let me know at home. We're talking about Paul Pogba tonight. When we're talking about a potential £400,000 a week contract at Manchester United. We'll get into all the details of that very soon. But that's not even money anymore, is it? 400 grand a week is it's just a lifestyle a week. It's not even money. So I want to know from you, if you were to be paid in something other than money, like Paul Pogba is, because 400 grand a week ain't money. It's elevated, it's become something else. If you were to be paid at your job in something other than money, what would you like it to be? That's your question. Give me your answers in the comments. Give me your answers in the comments. Someone says Atletico, ha 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 ha. I'm looking, have they scored again? Have they scored again? Because on my telly it's still 2-1. Oh my God, there's too much going on. This is why we do this on a Friday night, because there's football on a Wednesday night. But like I said, social commitments mean it has to be on a Wednesday. And I know a lot of you haven't got the memo, but that's fine. Intro music off. What are you still doing on there? Still got this though. Look at that. Still got that. We never run out of that. That's classic content right there. Liverpool just gone down again. Wait, what? There's not... what's the score? Is it 2-2? If you're watching this after the live show, Liverpool are currently 2-1 on my screen, down to Atletico, up against Atletico Madrid at home. A 2-1 win to Liverpool will put Atletico through. Oh, someone said they've got weed and lager. I've never weed in a lager, but I've always worried about getting my... skin sort of cut on the top of the can, so that's why I've never weed and lager. Someone's saying Atleti scores! This is carnage! I can't do this! This is subpar standards for late night live. Atleti scores! Do you mean it? Has it happened again? Let's just get into this Pogba news. We've spoken a little bit about it on the news this morning, but I want to look at it from less of a news standpoint, more of a kind of what is going on kind of standpoint. A bit of a conversation with you at home. And I keep one eye on that, and I keep one eye on that, and I keep the third eye on that. Laptop, please. There you go, look, there we go. This is from the Daily Mail Online. Paul Pogba on the brink of Manchester United U-turn with unsettled star, open to signing a new deal and hoping to link up with Bruno Fernandes. Trying to grab at Bruno Fernandes. You can see why. Oh my God, unbelievable. Paul Pogba looks set to pull off a spectacular U-turn and stay with Manchester United. The Frenchman was widely expected to leave Old Trafford in the summer. We know. We all thought that was going to happen. Most of us still do. This tastes like a holiday, and it reminds me of being 19 in a way that it's sort of making me feel sick. For those of you 19... good luck to you. Pogba is impressed with Bruno Fernandes and hopes to link up in midfield. Goal. No goal. Paul Pogba is prepared to commit his future to Manchester United. We know the news at this point, but here's the details. Let's get into the fun bit of it. Scroll down, scroll down. This mother, the shock of her life when she saw the family photo. Where is the rest of the story? Not there. It's not there. It's there. Right, here's the interesting bit. Paul Pogba already earns in the region of £3,000,000 a week at Manchester United. That's £300,000 a week. But a new deal would take his earnings to around £400,000. Now, £400,000 is one lot of money, isn't it? It is. When you look at it, right, you look at it in the Bruno Fernandes perspective, I think he's on about 80 grand. So it's 6 times more than he's on. But it's about the same as what Alexis Sanchez is on. So by that measure, it's kind of fine. Do you reckon we should keep Paul Pogba on at United? Because there's been so much controversy and furore and, Souness has been on it since day one, bless him, but so many people over the last year or so have sort of decided we're not the biggest fan of Paul Pogba anymore. You know what? I've kind of stayed behind him, but I can see why people don't like. Certainly Raiola seems to be an absolute pain in the jacksie, doesn't he? But maybe it's not his fault. Do you reckon Paul Pogba deserves £400,000 a week? I know no one deserves that unless you are, Albert Einstein's or something. But do you think, in footballing terms, he deserves £400,000 a week? Or do you think we're just making ourselves look silly again? And also, he's been injured all season. Let's not forget that. He has been injured all season. What if he's injured all next season? What if he's injured all next season? Someone's saying Bruno's on 120k. Either way, that's still over 3 times more than Bruno is on if he is to get 400,000. Someone says, get rid of Pogba, we don't need him anymore. Oh, okay. Rugani has tested positive for coronavirus. That's not very good, is it? Can it take a wage cut to stay? Almost certainly not, because no human on earth has ever voluntarily taken a wage cut. What minute are you guys at? I'm well behind. I'm 104.29 on the Liverpool Atletico game. Still 2-1 for me. And let's not look at that. What minute are you at home? Someone says, does that mean Liverpool have scored? Oh, this is unbelievable. 2-2. 2-2, wait, that's a good thing. Is it 2-2? Wait a sec. Sorry. Liverpool. Go on, Atletico. Go on, lads. Go on, lads. Go on, lads. It's not 2-2. Is it 2-2? Ball goes across. He's got him one-on-one there. It's it. It is 2-2. It is 2-2. Liverpool lead 2. Liverpool lead 2 in the last 15 minutes against Atletico. Oh my giddy arse. Oh, sorry. Late Night Live has fallen out my bum tonight. Liverpool need 2 goals to stay in the European Cup. 400 grand a week. Pay it. I'd take it. Unbelievable. Like the video if you're happy that it's 2-2 between Liverpool and Atletico Madrid. Late Night Live has never been so shambolic. And it never will be this shambolic again. Because we'll be back to our usual time slot on a Friday night when no one can stop us watching and playing football. There'll be no football on. Atletico doing the Lord's work. Yay, 2-3 on aggregate now. 2-3 on aggregate indeed. And a 3-3 draw won't take them through. They need 2 more, lads. Yes, boys. Atletico, Pogba should stay. Sack Raiola. If he stays, they don't need him anymore. There's Leaf Holbrook. Great name. Sounds like a really healthy cereal. A lovely bowl of Leaf Holbrook for your digestive needs. Leaf Holbrook. Late Night Live has turned into a watchdog. It basically has, hasn't it? Leaf Holbrook says, Pogba should sack Raiola if he stays. We don't need him anymore. That's a really good point. Now, I don't know how often people sack managers. What's the word? Agents. Didn't... was it Lukaku that sacked Raiola? Or was it Ibrahimovic that sacked Raiola? Someone has sacked Raiola in the past. And it's possible that would send out a real clear message. If you want the fans back on your side, Paul Pogba, if you're watching this, and I know you are, because I know you watch, I don't know that, you're not, probably. If you're watching this, sign a new contract with Man United and sack Mino Raiola, then all the fans will be your mate again. And then you can always get Raiola back in a couple of years when you want to leave anyway. But it'll come back to you, don't worry about it. Oh my God. Someone's saying it's party time, surely. You know what? There is a sort of slightly pathetic part of me that thinks it's sad that I'm just celebrating another team losing, but I am really happy that they're losing. So what do you want me to do? Blow the whistle for half time, ref, so I can get back to the show. Blow it. Blow it. Blow it. This has gone mental, hasn't it? Joe, my girlfriend doesn't like it when you burp. Can you say sorry to her, please? Sorry, Kamucho's girlfriend. I hope you're having a lovely night. And whatever you get up to after the show, I hope it is safe, I hope it's consensual, and I hope it's very good. Because I watched a film recently called Rear Window. And in that, there's a man who is ill, who someone comes and looks after him, which I assume is the case with you. I'm just guessing. And they see a crime at the back of their window. Now, that's what I'm suggesting to you is make sure you stay safe. Because if there's crime going on outside of your window, the last thing you want is for the criminal to spot you through the window, come around and take revenge on you, which is what happens in the film. Anyway, yeah, Juventus defender Daniele Rugani tests positive for coronavirus. You know what? He'll be, assuming he's fine, which he most likely will be, kind of cool to be the first player to get it, innit? Kind of cool, in a way. Kind of cool. Someone says, Rugani tested positive for coronavirus. I know! I keep talking about it. Let's get on to some real fun news, eh? Because none of this coronavirus stuff, it's all getting a bit much, isn't it? This one is despicable. Watch this. Passenger slammed for wiping his bare feet all over plane armrest. Right, and we've got a video today. No sound, but the video should play. Is that playing? Yeah, look at this. Oh, look at that, right. Right, so we're going to watch it it's just a single zoom on the toe. Now, what I want to do here is I want to analyse this. Look closely. What we're seeing there, let's pretend Sol Campbell here is the armrest. And let's pretend my sort of cloven hoof is the hoof of this, you know, devil child. What he's done there is he's not just put his foot on the footrest, as you can see. He's separated big toe and first toe and sort of put them astride the footrest. Basically, it's almost like he's trying to sort of snap a bit of the footrest off using his hands his foot as a type of finger there. Look at that. That's a gripping technique. Now, that is the sign of a man who is scared of flying. If you are gripping like that with your toes, imagine what this person's doing with their hands. I feel sorry for this person, and I will not condemn someone for quite simply gripping on for dear life, as we can see in the picture below, gripping on for dear life with their foot. Yes, it's a bare foot, but dogs go around with bare feet, and no one gets annoyed when they jump on the chairs, do they? So this person is essentially acting like a scared dog. And, you know, are you really going to condemn a scared dog on a flight? Seems a little bit barbaric if you ask me. So this person's off the hook. Next. Aliens are breeding with humans to save Earth. Now we're talking, boys. Now we're talking. Why is it taking us so long to get an alien breeding with humans story on Late Night Live? Extraterrestrials are breeding with humans to produce a super species that could one day save the planet from climate change. None of that makes any sense, does it? Because why would that save the planet from climate change? I don't know. Alien-human hybrids could already be walking among us. Dr. Young Hai Chi, an academic, really though, at Oxford's Oriental Institute claimed. Dr. Chi openly believed there is a strong correlation between alien abduction and the Earth's climate change. This person is at Oxford. You know, the university, not the company that make the fucking calculator and protractor set. In a lecture given in 2012, right, okay, first of all, I'm not a big fan of Huffington Post for digging back into this guy's past, because in 2012, the films Armageddon and Independence Day were still fresh on the mind, so maybe he was having just a bad dream that he thought was real. He might have changed his mind since then. He says it's not only scientists and theologians, but also non-human species who appear to be greatly concerned about the survivability of human species. This man, Dr. Young Hai Chi, is struggling to comprehend reality. What do we think? And actually, more pertinently, who cares if there is? Would you breed with an alien? That's the question for you at home. Would you breed with an alien? I'd have a go. I reckon it depends. If it's like sort of Jabba the Hutt style, maybe not. But if it's that kind of like E.T. or something, it's a girlfriend, isn't it? It's a girlfriend. Someone just says, I'm waving back at the cat. Martin, just keep waving, mate. One battery in this lasts about 2 months, so you're going to be waving a long time. Joe, can you play on my Spring Sunday League team? Where do you live, Creighton Fox? Which we spoke to you before, because you've got the best name in the history of the world. How do you wave to the cat? Probably like that. Right, to anyone put in, I should ban the word Rugani from the comments. Because it's been mentioned a lot, I've addressed it a lot, I've talked about it. We're all struggling to comprehend reality, bruh. Yeah, that's true. You know what? Mr. Young Hai Chi, he's just like any other one of us, isn't he? And we're all just breeding with aliens at the end of the day. I kind of want to go on the show until this game ends, but that's another 15 minutes and I ain't got it in me. And I don't think you've got it in you at home. 15 minutes, what would that take us to? That'd take us to over 30 minutes, the longest late night live ever, just to watch Liverpool go out of the Champions League. Maybe we should do it in our own time. Right, next story, and this is our final story of the night. Actually, we ain't got another story. This game's distracting me so much. I thought we had another story. Still 2-2, for those interested. Right, do you know what? I'm going to find us another story quick. Should have had this planned. But, I mean, the show basically went out the window when Liverpool went to extra time and conceded 2 goals. So don't blame me for it. That one's too sexual. That one involves children. Interesting. That one involves death by the looks of things. Interesting. This one could be good. Yeah, let's have a look at this one. On the fly. Woman pees alcohol despite not drinking a drop. Well, we all know what happens. You didn't drink it, you injected it in at the bottom end. We've all done it. It's called butt chugging. And What it does is, it gets you drunk without the intake of calories. The only downside is, if you do overdose on alcohol, aka alcohol poisoning, there is no exit method for the alcohol, and you swiftly die. Let's get into the story then. The woman, 61, has been diagnosed with a never-before-seen condition. Doctors discovered she was urinating alcohol without drinking a single drop. Like I'm telling you, it's been injected at the source. The unnamed patient, 61, well, so you put a name then. Unbelievable. 61 has become the first person in the world to be diagnosed with urinary autobrewery syndrome. How long is it before she releases her own beer? How long is it? And there's the next question, and the final question tonight. Would you drink the beer that has been brewed in this lady's urethra? And it's disgusting, and it's gross, and I hate to ask it, but it's the only question I can ask. Because it says here the process is almost exactly the same as one used by beer makers, but it has happened in her own body. And what would I like the puns when you give me the puns. What would this beer be called? If it was a brewery, what would it be called? I'm thinking of, you know, oh, this is going to be a tough one off the top of the dome. Give me a minute. Budweiser? That's all I can... It's hard, you know what I mean? Budweiser, because it's whiz. At first, medics suspect she may have been hiding an alcohol addiction when urine tests for the drug were repeatedly positive. Further blood tests for metabolites of ethanol were negative, meaning the woman did not have alcohol in her blood. Specialists at the university instead found high levels of Candida Gibraltar, who is racing in the Cheltenham Gold Cup tomorrow. A yeast naturally produced in the body were accumulating in her bladder when she tested. It's getting a little bit gross. The yeast is similar to Saccharomyces, crevice. Yeah, crevice, we get it. A fungus known as brewer's yeast. I'm feeling a bit sick, lads. I got into that. I enjoyed it. I like the idea of someone saying bowel beer, Bitroot one. Someone saying golden nectar. Someone says grandma's golden ale. Someone just says P-Roni, which is very nice. Speaking of, let's get another beer out to take us through. Brewed in her urethra. Yeah, I know. This is bad, isn't it? Scousers are losing. Craig Smith, right? Now, Craig Smith put a comment in the comments, and this is where you sort of have to go, do we say this or not? Because it's a little bit sexist, but it's very funny. So I'm going to say it under the proviso that we all know this is a joke and this isn't real. Stella Artois. Sorry about that. Almar says I'd give it a try. Craig Smith has just repeated Stella Artois. I've already given you your props, mate. You don't just put it again. There's no award for repeating it. Someone says, Oliver says, Joe, read the story from BBC. Hey, Oliver, I'm not going to read a story where 36 people die. You should know that. Oh, Pistrella, homebrew, again a bit basic, but yeah, very good. Right, Stella Artois, I think we should end it there. 9 more minutes, 8 more minutes, and Liverpool may well be crashing out of the Champions League. This treble side all of a sudden doesn't look much like winning a treble, does it? Do you remember when they were better than United's 99 team about 2 weeks ago? And then they lost loads of games and no one cares anymore. And also, they might have to lift the trophy behind closed doors, which, very sad. Someone says Peel Ale, I think that's like Pale Ale, very nice. PP Beer, Craig Smith, I didn't miss it. PP Beer is just, that's no pun, is it? Someone says Pistrella, pretty good, yeah, that's pretty good. Someone, I'll go with it. Someone says Heineken, like Heineken, but different. Right, we've got 8 minutes left on this. Carlingus, you're pushing it. You're pushing it with that. Actually, you know what? Get out. Get out. Disgusting. Blocked. Unbelievable. First coronavirus where I live in at my college. James Burney. I think we're all heading that way, mate. Oh my God, Manchester City might win the Champions League. Right, that's got to be all. I want to see the end of the game with you, but we've got 8 minutes left, and what will we do for 8 minutes? What would we do? Newcastle Brown Anus, you're getting at the wrong hole, my man. Budweiser, yeah, I think I said that, didn't I? I said Whizzer, which sounds more like Budweiser, actually. Liverpool on some serious form. Yeah. You can't deny it's a good headline. Oliver, it is a good headline, but You know what I mean? It's a bit offensive, isn't it? We can't be talking about that on here. This is a family show. That's going to be all from tonight. Thank you very much for joining me, taking time out of your busy Wednesday schedule. I know we've clashed with the football, but we've got to watch Liverpool, hopefully, unless they get 2 goals in the last 7 minutes, which we all know they're capable of, go out of the Champions League. Kieran Connolly says, off for 2 weeks. You just made my day. I'm on tag, and you are keeping me sane. Good luck, mate. Someone says the piss booze will taste better than cider again. Just a dig at cider, no real pun there. Joe, I'm in Dayton, Ohio. Flights are cheap right now. I can't make it, I'm afraid. Jack Palmer, again, not really urinary, but it's just rude, but it is quite funny. What's the woman's name? I don't think we should release that. It said the unnamed woman, 61. Yeah, Jack Palmer, I see it. I'm not reading it because it's a bit too graphic. Just go for a whiz, Joe. I don't need a whiz. Someone says, Joe, you legend. Thank you very much. And that is going to be all from me. 6 minutes left. All tune in to watch Liverpool lose in the Champions League if you can bear it, because there is a chance they get 2 goals. But that's the risk you have to take with football, isn't it? Thank you very much for joining me. We will be back at our scheduled time of Friday next week. So be sure to tune in for that. Hopefully there won't be some distracting game going on at the time. I picked Friday for a reason, do you know what I mean? We've seen tonight why it ain't normally on a Wednesday. It's not normally on a Wednesday, but we had to make do this week. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for joining me. Oliver Edwards says, if that was beer, I'd drink it, but I'm underage and piss poor. Oliver, we all piss poor in comparison to this lady who pisses literal lager. See you next week.